Greetings everyone, what is up? It's me again, Terran Prime 1 with a video remake for all of you out there. In this video remake, we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Cybertron, the Supreme Class Metroplex. Hang on. Excuse me, sorry about that. But yeah, we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Cybertron Supreme Class Metroplex, and also real fast, a happy birthday shout out to my friend the Chespin 2000 on Twitter. I hope you have a happy birthday, and on his profile it does say Clement Citron. So yes, the Chespin 2000, I hope you have a happy birthday, and I hope you enjoy this video review right here. So now let's continue on. We'll fast hang out for a second. There we go. Now, taking a quick look at Cybertron Metroplex right here, very nicely done. And I believe he is the third one they made for the Supreme Class, because I know they made a Supreme Class Starscream, a Supreme Class Primus, and I think he's the last and final Supreme Class they made in the entire Cybertron line. I must say this right here, they definitely did a really good job, and I will admit he's pretty dusty. He's pretty dusty overall, but quite frankly, like with what they did with how they constructed him right here, I'll get back to the dust later on. With how they constructed him right here, really amazing workmanship, amazing detail. Love the overall engineering, and plus I do love the engineering that they did on his Titan class version, because quite frankly, like, same transformation, they just enhanced it a little bit, especially right here with especially right back here with the hands right there. And let me just lower down the camera a bit more. There we go. That should be a lot better off. So there we have that. But yeah, they definitely did a really fantastic job with Metroplex right here. And also, still sorry about the little bit of dust right there. This guy's been downstairs for quite a while. He's been collecting dust over time. Not just him, but also his axe. Primarily his axe. But yeah, very nicely done. I love what they did with this guy right here. And also, as we all know, he does come with a redecoed, well, just a redecoed minicon, because they remolded him a good bit, as well as giving him a bit of a new paint job. Drill bit, his little minicon drill bit. Take drill bit right here and place him right there. There we go. There we are. So yeah, they did that for Metroplex right here, giving him the little minicon drill bit, which is like a as I said, a redeco version of another minicon named Leader 1 from Transformers Armada, Megatron's own minicon companion. And I'll say this, I'm pretty surprised, but I'm also glad at the same time they actually did this, because this remold right here definitely does work, especially for Metroplex's overall vehicle mode, because like with these two little drill bits right here, he can just go like zink, 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 drill into like just about anything right there. But I'll admit this, these are pretty small, but as Metroplex had said in the series, these guys are more meant for the smaller parts and pieces within inside the buildings compared to what they do, because what they do is much bigger. Especially since Metroplex has to use this big thing right here. He uses this big thing in the series, especially to save Landmine. I almost had a brain fart right there, since he also had to save Landmine, because Landmine saved Kobe and Lori from a falling beam. A high beam, falling high beam. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what it was called. But yeah, he saved them from a falling high beam, and I must say this thing right here definitely like cut it to the chase. Okay, that was bad by my standards. Poorly executed, I'll admit. And plus, as we also know, he comes with a Cyberplanet key. Just going to take this right here, push it on up right here. And before I do this, I did check the battery compartments in both of the axes that I do have. And so far, this one was not as bad off as the first one that I picked on out of the toy chest. Because one thing I keep on forgetting to do is to take out the batteries. The batteries can easily corrode if you do not take them on out. Trust me, you do not want to see inside of this one. And I left the other one in the dining room right now, because quite frankly, like this thing it works-ish. Just take a quick look at this right here real fast. Just insert the Cyberplanet key, and there we go. No sound. It does work-ish, but there's just no sound at all. So I'm not for sure if I can get that right to working or not. I might have to ask someone either on the Transformers Addicts page on Facebook, or I might have to ask someone on Twitter or someplace about how to fix up the sound in this thing right here, or just ask someone at Comic-Con. Comic-Con is going to be coming up next weekend. So yeah, there you go. Close that right there. So yeah, love what they did with Metroplex. Love this overall look on him right here, especially with all the little details. And still, I remember the dream that I had on Metroplex whenever I was a teenager, because I saw something very similar to him begin to transform on upwards. Sometime later on, he appears on the shelf. He appears, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. He showed up on the shelf. So yeah, they definitely did a really great job. And overall, with what Hasbro had done in the past, these things right here are more like Transformers compared to like what they. Well, in today's age, they make some pretty good Transformers, but nothing good compared to this stuff right here. Because this stuff right here is more show accurate, more detailed, and I must say this, like back then, a lot more. They were a lot more on the shelves, and they were online, and they were more evenly distributed compared to today's age. There's a lot to explain that area, but yeah, still, I love what they did with him right here. I love what they did, and also with this giant axe. If you have noticed, it can. And I want to adjust this on up a little bit, on over a wee bit. Come on, there you go, and just whoops, peg that in right there again. Just keep that peg on in. You can just rotate that right there around if you pump it. But it's kind of being blocked right here by these little pegs. So yeah, and also if you maybe want to do so, I strongly doubt you can. I want to try this real fast. Yeah, you can't really do it right there because Metroplex's head is in the way right there. And I think Metroplex is one of the few, like one of the handful of Transformers over his entire robot body is used. Because like, well, for his overall vehicle mode, because like right down here, as you all can tell, are his legs, his arms right there, his head right here, his main body right here, like the whole kit and caboodle right here. You can see it right here. Like every bit of it is just used into his vehicle mode. Like he's probably one of the few figures that like his overall body is using in the entire vehicle mode, along with Quick Mix and pretty much Menasor, and I'd say also kind of Optimus Prime, kind of in a ways. But yeah, that's a bit difficult right there. But speaking of Optimus Prime, let's go and get down to the size comparisons real fast. But Metroplex right about to here. Right now, let's go ahead and show Optimus Prime right here. If y'all have noticed, majority of Optimus Prime is used for the vehicle mode, except for the head. The head is hidden down in here, so that way he can remain as a robot in disguise. So yeah, comes size comparison with Optimus Prime right here. Pretty good comparison right there. Pretty good comparison. Also, he is with... trying to come on up, but he doesn't want to come up. Here he is with Cybertron, Megatron. You guys can see how that deals on out right there. And for Megatron, majority of him is concealed, except but his head is like covered up, as y'all can see right there. So yeah, here's Megatron. Also, here he is with Landmine, the Autobot that helped to save Kobe and Bori from the high beam that one construction vehicle accidentally dropped. So yeah, you can see that right there. If y'all are wondering, his head is pretty much covered up. It's just covered up. So yeah, there you go. Have that right there. Also, last but not least, you have Cybertron Red Alert. The difference with him is his arms are covered up and his head is pretty much covered up as well. So yeah, majority of his body is his robot mode that turns into his vehicle mode. But yeah, you can see like the difference between Metroplex and Red Alert right there. So yeah, they did a pretty good job with that overall. Now for the transformation sequence. Pretty simplistic. It's pretty simplistic. We're gonna take off the giant axe. Let's put that over to the side. And what we want to do next is take these little blue tabs right here. Try to bring them on out. Try to bring them on out. Come on, there he goes, there he goes, there we go. There we go, pull him on back. Take this right here, rotate this on down, rotate this on up right here. We're going to be taking a look into his little, like his little build mode right here. There we go so far. Let's go ahead and raise him on up a good bit. Okay, so as I can, I definitely gotta get myself a new tripod, probably with my taxes or with my new paycheck, or my next paycheck, whichever one comes first. Both. I'll just use both. Half and half. Get $1,000 tripod. Let's get $1,000 tripod. See how that handles. Take this, slide it forward. This right here, slide it forward as well. Take his arm, rotate it down. Take the other arm, rotate it down. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we are. Take this one around a little bit. Take this right here, fold these on down, rotate these on up a little bit, just a bit, and rotate his head around. And there we have Metroplex now in his giant, no, not his giant, but his robot mode. And here's his giant axe. And he is now ready to hold this. Now I'm beginning to get curious right now. I'm beginning to wonder if like DNA Design ever created anything. Well, I'm not for sure if DNA Design ever existed back then. That's a good question. Good question. Yeah, there we go. Let's try to get that right in there, if at all possible. Hang on for a second. I'm trying to get the tab is a little tricky to get in there sometimes. There it goes. Kind of. I'm gonna close up the fist as much as possible. Put the tab in the slot somewhere in there. Best thing for me to do is go ahead and just readjust this a good bit as much as possible. There we go. There we are. Now let's try that again. From the top. From the top. Come on. Yeah, I swear this takes me an hour or two. Oh, close enough, close enough. He can hold up his axe like this right here, kind of ish, but yeah, they have that right there with his axe. Just taking it out right there. It's much easier once he is in his full-fledged robot mode. So I'm gonna put that off to the side. Take out the little minicon drill bit and transform him real fast. Transform him. Drill bit can power link on Metroplex. You can power link, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to do that maybe a little bit later on. Just a little bit later on. There we go. There we are. So there's a little drill bit right there, and here he is right next to Metroplex. Metroplex is pretty big compared to him. He's pretty big. And also, like, maybe just try and sit him on top of the shoulder right there. Nah, can't do that because like these things are in the way. We are taking a look at Metroplex's first robot mode right here. They made these guys like vehicle, small robot, bigger, triple changers in the series. And I must say this, I'm very much impressed with how they did this. Like, I think only Metroplex and Metasaur are the only ones that have like two different heights, while Quick Mix, he only has like the automorph gimmick to where he gets extra height, but he can get that anyway still. But yeah, with Metroplex right here, taking a good look at all the details on him. Beautifully done, amazingly well done right there. Really great work overall. You can definitely tell like where the front of his vehicle mode is right here. Well, technically both are his front, like this right here will become his back once he transforms into his full-fledged robot mode. This one right here will become his crotch panel once he's fully transformed. Sorry about that. But yeah, very nicely done. And also, I love in the series of where whenever Metroplex joins up with the Autobots, the two Autobot symbols appear on his little shoulders. Not short, but his little shoulders, but his massive shoulders. Because like with those humans, they're almost could be almost microscopic. Well, yeah, nonetheless, they definitely did a really great job with Metroplex right here, especially like with the articulation, up and down, all around. Strong ratchet, very noisy as well. Going forward and back. There we go, right there as well. Also, you can, like, he's not limited all that much, because like you can just out with that style right there, back in. His shoulder, his arm can go in and out right there. Like, I feel like these figures are more advanced than what they come on out with this day and age. I definitely do feel like these things are more advanced than what they come on out with, because like with a lot of the figures they come on, like except for right here, there's like no wrist rotation. That's like one of the downfalls from some of the past figures. A lot of them don't have like wrist rotations. I guess it's because like since they were on a bit of a budget, they couldn't add in the wrist rotations, but still nonetheless, great execution with each of these figures right here. Great overall quality. I just love what they did with Metroplex. There we go. All right. Now, let's go ahead and try and get them in there completely. Bring this on out a little bit more. Now, we're going to go ahead and do some size comparisons real fast. Here is, once again, with the leader of the Autobots, Optimus Prime. No super mode engaged. So, yeah, got that right there. But if super mode was engaged, I'm just going to do this real quick. It'd be almost as tall as Metroplex right there. Almost as tall. Yeah, let me adjust him a little bit. There you go. Pretty much almost as tall as Metroplex right there. Here he is with Megatron. I do wish I had Galvatron. I had Galvatron before, but majority of his paint came off. At my dad's some time ago. So yeah, here's Megatron right next to Metroplex. He's probably just a hair taller, or just about even with Metroplex. If you like do the horns down, he's pretty much maybe tiny bit shorter, maybe a hair shorter. But yeah, here's Megatron next to Metroplex. Here we go. Here is Landmine next to Metroplex. Pretty big guy. Also, here he is with Cybertron Defense. Red Alert. Minus the cannon, Red Alert is definitely much shorter than Metroplex. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. Bring it over here. There we go. That's a better view. So yeah, there we have that right there. There we have that. So now, if we're gonna go ahead and transform him into his final alt mode. His final alt mode, as you all should know. Take his feet. Rotate his feet. There we go. Tap that into right there. Same with this other foot. Rotate this around. There we go. There we are. And just there you go. Tap that right there. Rotate this on and down. Rotate this on down. There we go. Rotate his entire waist assembly around. Yeah, he's getting taller. So let's go ahead and raise up the camera. Come on. There we go. As best as possible. Now for this piece right here, just take this. Bring these two on up a bit, or ever so slightly, and just rotate his head on up and back. Rotate his entire assembly on up. Take this, slide it on up. Rotate this, slide on up. Rotate this. There you go. Push this all the way back. Bring this on down, and bringing these on down right here, and there we go. Yeah, you guys can definitely tell, like, Metroplex, he is pretty tall. pretty tall once he's in this final transformation process. So yeah, there's a reason why he's from the planet of Gigantian. There's a reason why he's from the planet of Gigantian. I'm going to have to stand him back there. Basically, like, same stuff. You can definitely tell he's like pretty flat on both ends, unlike the previous one. Because like this is like his biggest mode right here, right now. And we're going to take a drill bit and just transform him back real fast. Transform back. Go, pull that up right there, rotate this around right to here. There we go. Now just take drill bit and take him, place him right to power link him on right there, and now Metroplex can just take on any Decepticons like so. Kind of like Wolverine. And yes, I have seen the Deadpool and Wolverine trailer. I have seen that trailer. Looks really good, but there's one thing that I have a huge complaint about, just one little thing. But I'm not going to go into details about that right there. Take this right here, his giant axe, rotate this on forward, take this on forward, and try to put his giant axe right into here. Into his fist as much as possible. Take out the mini-con, because like the mini-con kind of make it to where, there we go. There we have it. He can now hold his giant axe, but the only problem is that he cannot hold it back here. Like there's nothing for him to hold it at this lower end right here, so he can only hold it right there. Also, bicep swivel for whenever he has to attack. Bicep swivel, and also a solid planet key slot. Go ahead, tap that in right there. There you go. Holy, yep. Sorry about that. Good, we good, we good. Okay, but yeah, this is pretty big. There we go. I do love the overall details, and also I love how low his abdominal section is, like where his abs are at. I love how low these things are. I'm surprised they didn't put them up a little bit further, but quite frankly, they did. I think it would have looked a little out of place, especially since like this right here, this looks like it's in the right spot. His abs, however, are like right above his crotch area. Well, much like many of us are right there. But yeah, they definitely did a fantastic job on this guy right here. And I love the overall paint quality. My friends questioned this like at least 10 years ago, but quite frankly, I'm just thinking like they did a great job with the overall detail on him, with the overall paint job on him. Because like this, like the paint literally just help him to pop on out. And I'm glad they did not do another paint job on him for the Transformers, I think, Universe line. I'm not 100% for certain, because like I remember them doing a repaint of so many figures just so that way, like I think it's so that way they can make it cheaper on them, especially since like we were going through a recession at the time. So they repainted so many figures. They painted Scattershot like 2 or 3 times maybe. I know they repainted him as like Drop Shot along with Overload. They did Hotshot as Breakaway, Red Alert as I think Cannonball. No. Can't remember him. Can't fully remember him off the top of my head, but I do know they took Crosswise and quick shout out to, hang on for a second, let me see if I can find that comment real fast. I'm gonna go to my channel and don't even think about it. So about that, let's see here. Videos, here we go. Yeah, someone in the Crosswise video review that I did. Here we go. Now, quick shout out to Sarah Robo 8364 as well. I had no idea he was smokescreen. I did not. Well, that's an explanation for a different video for if I do evac, because like I'll explain later on why, because like I don't want to go into too much depth and detail into that area right there. I'll just wait until I do my video review on evac, and from right there I'll just continue, and from right there you'll all understand what I mean in that explanation video for the whole smoke screen bit with Crossfire. So yeah, sorry Robot 8364, thank you for pointing that out to me, and soon enough I'll definitely get on down to that evac video review. But now, hang on for a second, I gotta pull this thing back on up. There we go. Yeah. Really, but still love what they do. Nothing else to say about him right there, nothing else to say, but basically like waist articulation, and bicep swivel. You don't get this much on a lot of Transformers figures. You don't get that much. So now for comparisons, once again, here he is with Cybertron Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime is definitely much shorter than Metroplex. You definitely tell that right there. Even with his supermode foot on him. So like this is why I'm not bothering with his super mode right now. Because it's like if you see right there. Yeah. Right there. Now, on to the next one. Here he is with Megatron. So yeah, Megatron. Who's the better one now? Who's the better one now? He is with Landmine. Very small compared to him, and yeah, I remember Landmine having the Cyberplanet key from Gigantian inserted into him so that way he could take on Galvatron or Starscream, was it? Can't remember which one he took on. And one last time with Cybertron Defense or Red Alert. So you guys can definitely see like how big Metroplex is compared to them. So yeah, that's that right there. Also, if you all have enjoyed this little video review of mine, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to both me and Wishmaker, and also check out my Tip on One Gaming channel. And also check me out on those little social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord, and so on. And until next one, I'm Tip on One. I'll be signing off right now. So, peace out.